All I would do is adore you all of the time. I'd like to. I'd like to.
Hey, this is Omnom playing No Man's Sky once again. I've haven't recorded or broadcast in the past few days because I've been a bit ill, been down a bit. Not a big deal. Kicked it, and it's now Friday. Good time to play a little. And while I was down, I played a little No Man's Sky. And after a bunch of research and digging around, I was trying to find the best way to make money in the game. And I think I've come up with a good way. A lot of the results I found while searching came back with a bunch of information that's no longer valid. A lot of it changed with the update, and a lot of the... Oh, 1 second. A lot of the information was about buying from guys in the buying items from the guys in the space station, and then going into the actual lounge, if you will, of the space station, selling the stuff off and making a profit. But they fixed that, so any of the guys, or from what I've seen, any guys in the that are parked in the space station carry the exact same prices as the lounge of the space station. So you can't make any money buying and selling there locally. And then I looked at using teleporters to jump around and try to buy and sell, but that didn't work too well. So after digging through the wiki a bit, I found, pull it up here, I found the information on trade routes, and you should look this up. It's on the wiki. It's real simple. There's actually another one on there as well that's only 3 systems instead of 4, but this one is what I'm doing, and it works well. It gives plenty of time for prices to reset and that kind of thing. But if you look and just kind of go hot to cold, so red, orange, yellow, blue, and then back to red. So, and I'll show you what this means in a minute. In the game, each of the systems has a items that they produce. You know, whether it's mining or whether it's a technology. A specific set of items, and one group produces something that the next group needs to produce what they make, and then they make their stuff, and then they sell it off to the next group who needs it, and it's a circle. So everybody's making stuff that the next group needs to make what they make, and so what you're doing is gathering up stuff from one system, one group, and then delivering it to the next group that needs it. And so the one group that's selling it is going to be selling it at below the galactic average, and then the next system that you go to, they're going to be buying it above the galactic average. So you make profit, and that's where it comes in. You really need as much storage in your ship as possible to buy as much as you can hold and haul it to the next system and then sell it off and rinse and repeat, make profit. So I'm going to jump back in. And you see, I've kind of got bare minimum. I still have 3 slots that I haven't paid, haven't bought out yet, sitting at 35 million. Probably go ahead and just buy these now, but that's going to be 3, and then this one's going to go up, so probably 7, 12, probably 12 million total. Maybe more than that, but yep. Zip. We're down to 22 million from 35. But now I have all of my slots open. And you have to also understand, this is a fighter. Now I've been looking for a S-Class, and that's something else we'll get into once we start traveling around and once I get to the map. But so this is a B-Class fighter. So it's got more damage, lets me fight a bit, not like doing some combat. So, but to find a fighter with this many slots, it's kind of rare. I did find this as a crash at a crash site, and took it. And the other thing that seems to be rare, at least from what I've seen, is that the technology slot. I've got 12 slots over here. Plenty of space to add add-ons. Now, as you can see, they're not optimized. Be better if a lot of these were more in line to get the link bonus. And when you link them together, you get a bonus from them being linked, which you can see back over here, like that plus 1.2 and plus 16% on damage and fire rate is coming from those being linked together on the other side. So linking them together definitely helps. Alright, so my ship is empty, short of the mods that are on it. My player's got a little bit of junk. Probably still need to, I need to pick up some more plutonium. For the occasional takeoff and landing. Right now I'm trying to minimize how much time I actually spend gathering stuff, and I'm just gonna kill that. So let's grab some more plutonium if there's any available. And there's not, because I bought it out just before I saved. Figures. So, but here's what you're looking at. You see the stuff that they're selling here. Oh, and this is another thing. Do not buy or sell at a space station. Space station prices are going to be completely different. You look here, I'm at a trade port. And you can see you got negative 47%, negative 58%. You can see these numbers: negative 47, negative 31, negative 15, negative 22. And I always go for the highest priced item, because that's this right here is going to make the most, from what I can tell anyway, is going to make the most profit on the other end. And just to show, we're going to go ahead and fly up, take a look at those same items at the space station. It won't cost us anything but a little bit of time. Get up here. Station here. So I've really been enjoying this game. I know there's a lot of people that were down just a touch. I know there's a lot of people that were disappointed by the at the launch of the game. The game wasn't completed. It didn't have the multiplayer that they suggested it would have, said that it would have. It didn't have it. And honestly, from what I've seen, that was an issue between Sony buying in and pushing the launch of the game ahead of when they felt it was ready. You know, they kind of got pushed to be packaged and released early, and that was their bad. But it wasn't all the developers' fault. It was partially Sony's fault because they wanted it released as well. So it still looks like the desktop audio is a little loud. Give me 1 second. Actually, let me do this inside. Back down. Right. Maybe that's a little bit better. Alright, so remember those 35, 25 really good pricing that you saw down there at the trade port? See, that pricing doesn't exist here. You're looking at just kind of base average, you know, level -32. It's why it's not even green or red. It's pretty much flat. These other prices are barely good. So buying and selling from the space station, no good. So it takes just a little bit of extra time when you get into a new system. You got to hit up some of the locals and ask them for directions, find a trading post, and then go there. But it's well worth the money. So as you can see, prices are bad at the space station. You don't want to buy and sell from the space station. We're going to go back to the trade port. Oh, and this is another thing you might want to take note of. All these lines out here, these are flight paths for other ships that run around in the system. So, as I just passed one, if you follow them, you can find good points of interest. You can find where there's a lot of good resources. That's only the line's moving because I'm moving, but you can find spaceports. You can find a lot of places that have heavy resources, so that you can gather. It's still, and right there you can see a guy that's following that path. So that's the path that other ships take, and you should take that as a hint. Those paths lead to something good. I'm going to fly out this way because I couldn't see the trade port, and as you see I'm coming up on that line. It's probably the trade port.
Hostile scan detected. Warning. Threat detected.
We're going to have to fight somebody off here.
Hostile ships approaching.
my port. See, these lines lead down here. I don't think that's the trade port, but let's find out. It is. So you see, just following, because I believe that's how I found this one, was I just followed the most lines that looked like they were converging to one area. Alright, so a little something about the wealth of a system. System's wealth defines what kind of ships you will find in a system. So if you're looking for a really good ship, like say I've been hunting a good S-class and I've come across two so far. Neither one of them were what I consider good because they didn't have enough storage, but otherwise they were really nice ships. The S-class ships have more detail, they look nice. Some of them have moving wings, things like that, that fold up when they land. So to find an S-class ship, you need to be in a wealthy star system. And wealthy, there's several different terms for it. There's like affluent, I think opulent as well, wealthy, prosperous. There's different terms for the rich neighborhoods, if you will. So go to those areas, you're more likely to find S-class ships and A-class. So if you're hunting for a new ship, stick to the wealthy systems and you'll find a good one. You may have to pass up on a few that look really nice to get to one that looks nice and has good cargo space, but that is the trick. So now we're back here. You can see the prices on this stuff. These were the crystals that were at negative 1.3, I think, or something like that. May have been -3, but point being that the prices are so much better at a trade port. You definitely want to go to a trade port. Alright, so we're going to load up the ship. We're going to load the ship up with the most expensive item. It's this right here. Buy all that we can. That's 5 million. And then we'll fill up the empty space with the second most expensive item. It's 24.6. This is the 10.3. 24.6. How many spots? There we go. That I have left on my ship. So about 850. Okay. Alright, so we are going to do something as well here. Let's see if they got any more plutonium back in here. Yes, they did. Buy all that they got. And that's just for my jets. And really hate having piddle stuff in here. I dump this into something.
Technology recharge.
Okay. Then in my got an extra spot here, so I'm gonna dump something I'm definitely got to keep. So move this into high capacity storage. Alright, so we got a bunch of empty spots here. And this is something else you have to be careful of. If you're going to buy items and have them both on your ship and on your player, you don't want to sell them from one and then sell them from the other. Because when you dump them from one, you drastically dropped the price that you're going to get for them. So what I'm going to do is, I've got 2 items on the ship and one of those items on the player. So the one item that's not on the player, I will sell off and then move everything that's on the player that matches the same stuff on the ship over to the ship, and that way the ship can sell it all at once and get the best price for it. You'll see. So, is it 24? Got the player. There we go. So it's another 788K. Now my inventory is full, sitting at 15,632. I believe it's at 22 when we bought. That's about 7 million invested, maybe. All right, so you see on the ship I've got these relatticed arc crystals and the polychromatic, is it polychromatic zirconium. So when I get to the other end, I'm going to sell off all of these crystals and then switch over to my player, dump all of these over to the ship, and then sell them all off at once so that I don't undercut myself on the price. Let's get to it. Remember where I parked my ship. And I'm not a big fan of the color on this ship, but it's still a nice ship. Alright. Get off the planet. And then we're just going to go ahead and pull up the map. Alright, so once you're in the map, see at the top where it says filter, got life form, conflict, economy. So economy is what we're looking at, and on the left hand side I've got an economy scanner installed, so, and I also have a conflict scanner installed, so I got that extra information there. But you can just go by the color, and again, like I said, it's hot to cold, red, then orange, then yellow, then blue, and then back to red. So we're at orange right now, so that means we want to go to a yellow system to sell. Okay, and I'm going to jump, find the yellow system. Let's see, which direction do I want to go? That's the direction I came from. I'm going to go down this way. And we want yellow. Okay, so low supply, don't want that. Sustainable, adequate, nah, those are just adequate. Now, some of those pricing would probably get you better pricing as well, but I try to look for the wealthy system simply so that I can do 2 birds out, you know, with 1 stone, looking for ship upgrades. And I already did my looking in that last system before I quit playing last, so we're looking around here. Booming. Booming's good. It's not great. Come on now. Comfortable. It's out of range anyway. Balanced. Sometimes it takes a little while to find. Good system is within range and has good economy. Factory, destitute, comfortable. On digging. I'm getting kind of lost here. Where am I at? Let's look over this direction. Flourishing. So give me 1 second. Let's see. Okay, well, should have stuck with flourishing or booming. Both of those are rich neighborhood. Promising is not. No, this is not. Flourishing. That'll work. The flourishing is, that's kind of mid, high wealth area. Prosperous, advanced, wealthy, opulent, high supply, flourishing, booming, and affluent. Those are all wealthy, high wealth systems. Okay, so jump to this. We're leaving an orange system, going to a yellow system. So the first thing I do, try to do a scan, see if I can find a trade post. There's an abandoned building, that's not really what I'm looking for. This is Armada finishes coming out of hyperspace. Lifeless planet. I did not even look. How many planets are in this system? 3. So, where is number 3? 1. That's 2. There's number 3. It's got quite a few lines running to it. Lighted planet. Well, since my scanner didn't pick up trade port, we'll at least try to jump to the station and go ask for some directions real quick. See if anybody knows. Oh, sorry, that was kind of a bad time to tab out. Hey, Mango. Sorry I didn't catch you at first there. And yeah, it's probably around 70. It's nice and smooth. I don't have any trouble. So, what we did? Oh yeah, we need to find a trade port. That's nice. These guys, you got to be an asshole to them. That's all they respond to. But half the time, it doesn't matter. You got to hit both. I do not want to barter. Come on now, give me some directions. Transmission tower is good for finding a ship, but I'm trying to find a trading post. Come on now. No, do not want to barter. Observatory, not what I wanted. Let's try handsome over here. There are countless lives on an unknown planet far out in the cosmos that could one day end due to this life form's work. And inform threatened species. Distant species. And he's already forgotten all about that, so no, I do not want to barter. Directions. Come on now. Trade port. I want a trade port. Oh, you bastard. Yeah, I forgot all about that. Know where to put it. Give me my directions and be out of your hair. No? Not gonna give me anything? You filthy bastards. Alright, so again at the terminal here, in a ditch effort, if you must sell at the terminal, you'll see I'm only getting 11 over and 15 over. Still making profit, but nowhere near as much. Keep an eye on that. 15 and 11. Remember that and show you the difference. And because we're in a wealthy system, I'm trying to keep my eyes open for an S-class ship. It's definitely not S-class. You'll know it when you see it. My Wangle thing. Should rename the ship Old Yeller. Alright, so I'm gonna have to put in just a little bit of work here. Got abandoned building, manufacturing facility, shelters. Shelters the transmission tower. One's the observatory, and there's no telling which one's which at this point. Yeah, let's see. Let's try to follow the trade routes and see if that gets us to a port, trade port. It's kind of hard to do, especially when you're like in hyperspace, to see those lines, keep track of where they are. I can barely see them there on the left, being blurred by the hyperdrive blur lines. Let's see. But you can see where they're hitting the surface of the planet. So I'm going for the one that has the most lines running down into it. Now that they're right in front of me, you can see it. You'll see when I get up close, they'll disappear quick if I go past them. So you see these lines. See two going over that way and two going here. I'm going to shoot for this spot right here. See what's there. And I think they were just above me. Here. I think they were just up this way. That's water. Just Well, I did not find those lines came in. So if that's them or if that's off-world. Seeing any others. That where all those intersect, that's going to be the space station right there. Let's check this direction. Too far, now I've lost it. Let's go the other direction we're sitting at. A couple of guys going across the water. And I do see something right there, but that's not a trade port. That's converging. Those guys just came out of right there. My luck, there's a trade port underwater. I have seen buildings underwater before. Yeah, this is not Not going smoothly. What? It's the one that I saw. Ah. See that? Just not right. Like this abandoned building. That's leading me way away. Alright, so we're gonna go to one of these shelters. It's closer. Stop it. Oh, potatoes. This is either the observatory or the transmission tower. Either one of them should have somebody camped out in there that I can ask for directions and maybe get some actual directions to a trade port. So here's the parking spot. Always park at the parking spot. If you parked in the right spot, it'll automatically kick you out. And being parked in that parking spot means you don't have to use fuel to take off. So, mark this one as visited. That removes one. I think there's a limit to how many they'll display at one time, so. And of course there's nobody here. Damn it. This is the transmission tower. Let's see, so next one is 1048. And it's a crashed freighter. I have no interest in. Hit the observatory. The reason I don't target those and let it fly in, it takes even longer because it'll put you at an angle down through the atmosphere, which ends up taking longer to get down to the surface. close enough there. Hello, shelter. Is it on the other side of the hill or something? Oh, there we are. There's the parking spot. No inventory to pick up anything, so can't play with that.
Radiation protection.
What's going on with the people? Must be the planet because of the not being a great planet. Nobody that inhabits it. 7398. Yeah. I'm getting nowhere fast. And there's no reason for me to look in any of those rooms unless I have no inventory. But the fact that I'm not finding anybody in either of these is making me start thinking that there's not actually a trade port on this planet. Could be. But I can't ask anybody if there's nobody here. Oh wait, I just remembered abandoned buildings are just that. They're abandoned. Not going to be anybody here. This is the ones that have smoke coming out of the top. Yeah. So they're just, the door's broken open. You get a blueprint out of it. That's about it. And it costs me to take off again. I think I'll pass. We're gonna try this planet over here because this one's not working out too well, and I see a lot of lines running to that one as well. Should be a port at one of the lines hitting this planet, but couldn't find it when I followed it, so my bad. I don't want to spend forever in this system. Actually, okay, that is a planet. For a minute there, I thought that might have been a moon, but it's not. It's a planet. beast. Oh, I've got no iron. It's easily reconciled. Maybe. Except I have no storage, right? Need to recharge something.
Technology recharge.
It's not gonna help. Now I can dump this. This isn't worth that much. Yeah. Gonna hear quite a bit of that. Potato.
Free slots in ship inventory. Technology recharge.
Some of the names of these planets, I tell you, I think they're troll names. Like, I was at one earlier. I swear, the name of the planet was. When these ships get done blasting in, the name of the planet was Mookaid, M-O-O-K-I-A-I-D, M-O-O-K-A-I-D, Mookaid. Like, okay, where exactly did that come from? A random name. And I had another one that was, it had a beginning name, but it was like two words, and the second word was Cockfor. It was C-O-K-F-O-R, Cockfor, which is an old joke, you know. Like, hand me that cock for. What's a cock for? Fucking you, idiot. You know, what's a cock for? I think some of these names have some intentional bits in there. Somebody had fun putting in subwords that got mixed and matched. Alright, this better work. Coming up on it pretty quick. Actually, see, there's a guy in that one. So we can actually get on the line and follow it. Oh, don't shoot at him. I wasn't shooting at you. Oh my god. He's running now. Oh no, that was the line. Okay, so here's the line. Really wish there was some way to latch on to those routes. Like have a route tracking mod computer on your system. Oh, it's past. That looks kind of crazy. And now I'm thinking I should never have turned around. Where did my line go? So faint. Should be a button that you can hit to make trade routes highlight or something. No. We're gonna go down here. You guys are taking off from here. Oh, great. This one has... Oh, no. There's rain. No. That's a crash ship. Oh no, it's a station of some sort. Have a parking space. No, I see smoke coming off. So it's an abandoned building. Don't want that. Don't want that. Can you see any of the trade route lines? The sky is too bright to see anything. I'm just not having very good luck. Most of the time I can do this. I can just follow routes down. Boom, there's the trading port. Not having very good luck. Working smart. Come on now. Weird. Weird. Alright, we're just gonna park. Hey, better be able to tell me where a trade post is. Trade port. Ah, you crybaby. Should be asleep. Yes, trading post. Thank God. Go ahead and do this while we're here. Maybe find a ship. 8, 2. So 4328. Be a ship. Don't be a freighter. Be a ship. Yes. So 2 good things to check out. We got a post. I'm going to dump the stuff off at the trading post. And then go check out that crash site. And there's a whole nother building here that I haven't looked in. But again, I can't pick up anything, so the only real benefit would be talking to somebody to find a trading post, and we've done that. So if I get the urge, I can come back by here. I've already tagged it, so
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
how's it got just a hair under its nut? Odd. Alright. Where is our trading post? I don't even care if it's off planet. I think. I don't know what that is. Sometimes when I get out of my ship, I twist my ankle or some shit. Big damage. Alright. So, sell items. And you see you've got plus 28. Plus 28 and plus 22. You see that's better, way better pricing than the port space station had. So got Zirconium is on the player. We need to sell the crystals off first. 7 million.
Units received.
Then back out. Go to the player. And I think it was before the patch that you could just hit X and it would go to the other. I think they changed it so that you could select the high capacity slots on your backpack, but it's annoying to have to keep clicking. Alright, so now all of those items of the same type are on the ship. You can sell them all at once and keep the good price. If I had sold them off partially, like off of the player or off of the ship first, then that price would have dropped probably to a negative, and I would have lost money. So now we got 2.7 million off of those. 25. We were at 22, made 3.5 mil. Okay. And we're gonna go check out that ship, crash ship, for buying. Now that we've got the trading port location, it'll be easy to come back here and buy. Oh, something else I was gonna do is have a look-see some of the ships that are docked. See if there's an S-class parked here, but I don't see one. And that's faster. Okay, we got enough plutonium for takeoff. That's a nice looking ship. Not bad. But yeah, only 20 slots. Class C. Wah, 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 wah. Not good. I actually had a few technology slots. Still nothing compared to mine. I do like that color scheme though. Is that R2? Yeah, it sure looks like they got a R2 unit stashed in there, doesn't it? Yeah. Now we can loot. And since we're not taking the ship, it's not a big deal, but we'll at least get something good out of it here. The stench of rotting flesh hangs in the air. The skeleton of a colossal warrior kneels beside a puddle of dried blood. Below it lies an unsheathed laser sword. Laser sword. The hold brims with high-tech equipment. Some of it still intact after the crash. Judging by the nature of the hardware, I'm guessing the Warrior was on some kind of clandestine mission they never completed. Investigate laser sword. Search ship. Laser sword's probably going to be a multi-tool. And while my multi-tool still kind of sucks, it's actually very good. It just doesn't have very many slots. Let's see what's up with this laser sword. A scan of the laser sword reveals an unknown technology. It's blueprint. Oh, God, I can't talk. Anyway. So, faster reload for the bolt caster. I'll add it to my collection so that when I finally find another multi-tool, I can add this stuff on. Right now, I don't have the slots for it. My multi-tool is this guy right here. Oh.
Toxic protection.
And as you see, I barely have any slots to add mods. I've got tons of mods that are just waiting for some spot to put them in. So instead I've got stuff for mining and just a little bit of a upgrade. I've got the terrain manipulator. This, if you don't use it, you should. A lot of people say, oh well, instead of that use the grenades. The grenades are good as well, but as you see, I don't have the grenade launcher. So plasma grenades are not an option. But this terrain manipulator, for when the weather gets bad and you're like out away from your ship, which I am frequently, it is the savior. You're out away from your ship and all your protection runs out.
Toxic protection.
You can just do one of these.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
So now I'm in a nice little cubby out of the elements, and even in a storm, I'd be just fine in this little cubby hole. Let's let your protection regenerate. So that's why I suggest having that attachment. What's up, Funkosaurus? Alright. So there's nothing else for us here. I don't think I've got the mats to repair this. No. Need some Iridium. Hermatologist.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
And alright, so we've checked the crash site. I could have marked the transmission tower with a beacon and then gone back and hit it again after visiting this site. But from what I've seen, 9 times out of 10, next thing you get is a crash freighter. And I had bad luck. And after that, getting nothing at all. So, trading post. What's going on here? Sometimes I seem to make more work for myself. Oh well. Oh, what's that? Yeah, there it is. We are on yellow system, if I'm not mistaken. Which means the next one is going to be blue. Alright. Sell off junk. Junk. And we want to buy the plutonium. Take all of that.
Item received. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
I'm an anal like this. OCD, sorting by color and some such nonsense.
Technology recharge.
Okay. The ship is empty. Air as empty as possible. Being a little bit of stuff for fuel. Get a little more plutonium, but the station doesn't have any. Can find something to dump that 70 on.
Falling. Technology recharge.
Up the other.
Technology
There we go.
recharge.
I really need you to select that damage. Alright. Buy most expensive item. It's here. Ship. Just under 6 mil.
Product received.
And second most expensive.
Product received.
100K. Player. Got like 30 something slots. So
Product received.
we are full. We're at 25 million, now down to 18. But just so you know, we started at 25. See where we get to when we dump it at the other end.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
Alright. To a blue system. Direction I haven't gone. Comfortable is not good enough. Prosperous. Maybe that's good. Only got one planet though, with a moon. Well, that's okay, but just don't like. It's like bottlenecking yourself because you have trouble finding a trading post on that one planet, or that one planet is uninhabitable, that kind of thing. I've actually lost track of. It's not that one. Hey, there we go. That one's wealthy. And it's got lots of planets. Wealthy's about as wealthy as you can get. We were on yellow, right? Yes. Oh. Yellow goes to blue, then to red. Let's go. Trying to do this fast. When it works fast, you know? Doesn't always work fast, though. By when it works fast, I mean jump here into the space station, talk to some goober, he gives you directions to a trading post, boom. You're good. You hit that trading post. You can be in and out of the system really quick. But when nobody's being helpful, two guys to talk to here. Trading post. You speak English? Trading post. Course plotted by the warrior itself has come up short. They cannot make the complete journey. They slam their fist against the terminal and howl until spittle flecks my visor. Here, man, don't spit. Thank you. Now, if you could tell me, trading post. Trading post. That's all I need. Not transmission tower. Trading post. Read my lips. I know you don't have lips and don't understand this, but trading post. No barter. Trading post. Not observatory. Come on. Big fish head motherfucker. Give me a trading post. How about you? Look dismissive. Yeah, well. Okay, take the other one. Now he cackles. Come on. Trading post. You God, worthless sack. Oh, yeah, thanks. You can make out to me. Oh, come on. Stuck on barter now, aren't you? You can milk these guys, actually, if you catch them stuck on barter. You can trade 1,000 credits for something that costs 24,000 credits and just sit and get that same item over and over from them. I've done it in the past, but it's so boring. I just avoid doing it. No, not border. trading post. And that's all the directions I'm going to get. Got anything interesting? There's the plasma launcher. Of course, when I've got my inventory full, well, if I can find the trading post, I can unload and hop back to my base, pick up my extra nanites, and come and pick that up. That's something else they need to fix on this guy. That once you get in here and you start talking to him, you're looking at the inventory. Oh my god, he does not shut up. Just on and on, talking about his nail polish color, what Becky said about Bob. I don't know what's all of that's about. Come on, Wingle thing. Trading post. I got lucky with my scan. Filter. Trading post. Sweet. Stop it. If your pointer or your reticle is too close, your crosshair is too close to a target, it'll automatically pull to it when you hit the hyperdrive to try to lock onto it, and I don't want to lock onto it. I want to get over the target before coming down on it. Going in at a sharp angle means you spend so much time cutting through the atmosphere. It's really annoying. So you see, in this system, it's quick and easy. Doesn't always work that way, but when it does, it's a beautiful thing. And by now I have forgotten just how much. Come on. The initial investment was. So we've got holographic crankshaft. Holographic crankshafts. So we want to sell this off here. And back out. $2 mil, so that's 10 mil back in. And there you go. So you see, I think it was 7 mil out, 10 mil in, so that's 3 mil profit, something like that. And that's how you do it. It's really not that hard. Again, If you need that chart, you can look on the wiki. It is on the wiki. Look under wealth, or look under trade routes, and you'll find it. And there's two sets, two trade routes, patterns, if you will. The one I'm doing, again, is hot to cold. It's red, orange, yellow, and blue. And then the other one's got three. It's like purple, dark blue, and green. And those three you can buy, and I'm not positive. You have to look at the order. I've got it on my desktop, but I don't know where it's at on my desktop at the moment. So, yeah, so if you wanted to do just the 3 systems, you could do the 3 system hop. I don't know which is better yet. I'm going to try doing the other, see if it comes up with more profit, because it's more high-tech items, that kind of thing. I'm not sure, but yep. There you go. That's how to make some money. And again, we are in a wealthy system. I'm looking to see if there's some nice ships here or not. I'm going to poke around for another crash site before I... that one looks kind of cool. I'm going to poke around a little bit before I load up my inventory again. Before I do. Oh. Come here, buddy. Where'd he go? That's him right there. Oh, made a little more cash. 100,000 units. What did we pick up? A little more prestige. Shield increase. It was just shield recharge. It looks like nothing else. No trophium. Oh, there's some. Trophium. Stupid. I hope there's a use for that stuff because it doesn't sell for much. A shelter might be a transmission tower. But what I wanted to do at this point, I'm going to go back to the space station. Park. Take a look at some of the ships that come in. See if an S-Class comes in. soak those up. I hope they don't screw up. So far it looks like they're screwing up. Oh, here we go. I've seen it where one of the several ships that comes in crashes into the entrance and then just keeps crashing into the entrance and never makes it in. I've seen it pile up with like 10 different copies of the same ship piled up at the entrance. That looks like the same as the one that just left. Yeah, that's... No, it's not the same body style hauler, but... B-class fighter. Alright, so find a good spot to be able to see the guys coming and going. It's a nice fat hauler. Well, I've heard a lot of people say that you want a smaller ship because the bigger ship is easier for enemies to hit. Like it's harder to not get hit by incoming fire. Slot Class A. Fair amount of technology slots. Again, mine is a 38 slot I don't know where he puts all the stuff. And that fighter, the little fighter that I have, he does. And I think that, out of all of them, that's kind of my favorite style right there. The kind of a X-wing looking cockpit and nose. That's a nice looking ship. I wish my ship looked like that. But of course, probably crappy. Yeah, look at Class C. 15 slot. 2 technology slots. The worst. Best look, the worst stats. Another one just like it. I really don't know how I got a fighter. A fighter with 38 slots. Of course, majority of them were locked and I had to pay to open them. And that's something else that I think most people don't realize, that, oh yeah, you can just go out and find you a crashed ship. But if you go get a crashed ship, all your slots, your inventory cargo slots are going to be locked. You're going to have to, or they're going to be damaged. You're going to have to repair them, and it's going to cost, by the time you finish repairing them all, it costs as much, if not more, than buying a ship off of one of these guys. So if you find a good ship in here for sale and you got the money, it's just as cheap as finding one. I just kind of like the whole idea of finding one. I like this little guy. Okay, I've got to go take a quick break. I'll put this where you guys can see the incoming ships. Something like that. And I will be right back. All right. Chips seem to have stopped, huh? They do that. I don't know if it's from where I was standing, because I wasn't moving. Alright, we got clean inventory. We're gonna go look for a crash site real quick. Do not have enough yet to buy a freighter. Working on it. That's why I've been doing these trade routes. But as you saw, I dumped millions just unlocking the last few cargo holds on my ship. Alright, so we had this one right here is a transmission tower. And to be lazy, I'm just gonna hit the marker and see just how long it takes to get down through the atmosphere.
Hostile scan detected.
Yeah, whatever. What you got to say for yourself? There's a bounty on your head. Yeah, whatever.
Hostile ships approaching.
3 ships.
Technology recharge. Hostile
Those
ships
ships.
defeated.
You see that marker looks like it's kind of on the back side of the planet, so it's going to get me close to it, and then it's going to jerk me down through the atmosphere like this. Come on. See, coming down through the atmosphere like this, time actually gets longer as the speed slows down. It takes forever. We just drug bottom across some trees. Freaking spot. It's over on that far side. And nice, we got some fuel right there. Sentinels are low security, it's snowy weather. Good atmosphere for doing a little scavenging, gathering. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this. Premium. Hopefully we get a crash ship. 5 is moving to the right, so the next is 0475. Ah! Don't want to crash freighter. Okay, well, so that we don't lose this spot, we need to make a beacon. For that, we're going to need a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Marrow bulb. 50 marrow bulb, I think. It's easy enough to find because they all glow. And we're going to need some iron anyway to make the metal sheeting. Down in there. Where are you? There we go. out of here. Alright, so right next to the ship here. What's your problem? No, I can do this after the fact.
Thermal protection fully.
There it is. A nice hot pink beacon. Easy enough to find. And then we can hop around.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Oh, that's right. I need to do a little more gathering while we're here. Platinum.
Protection fully. Technology recharge.
Nice little time. Some zinc over there. Some boxes over there. Platinum. Yeah, what the heck. We got some frost crystals.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, I hate those bastards. Where's he at? Oh my god! You get me every time. That's why I hate them.
Protection falling. Thermal protection offline. Temperature levels stabilizing.
Hiding in a hole.
Technology recharge.
It's plutonium.
Technology
I do not want to use the titanium. Need to save that for making warp fuel. Good stuff. Oh, there they are.
Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection falling.
Oh, lost track of the hole I'd already made.
Thermal protection falling.
And I don't know if you noticed this, but temperature
Protection offline.
refills
Temperature levels
faster
stabilizing.
inside of a building than it does anywhere else. A hole in the ground, inside your ship, it's all slow to recharge, but inside of a building, it always charges up fast.
Units received.
Okay.
Technology recharge.
What I keep over my cargo is power for life support in case of emergency.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
I don't know if I've got enough supplies. No, no iridium. Pretty dirt. zinc right there. Tell by the outline. Play long enough and make out most of the stuff. Like there's some platinum.
Thermal protection falling.
Oh, there's some themia.
Thermal protection falling.
And also, I've noticed that running your flashlight doesn't seem to use a charge from anything. It doesn't pull from your life support. Does not hurt to use it.
Thermal protection falling.
Yeah. Like in the shelter for a second.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Scanner's almost recharged. You get behind me, Satan. Pretty big planter for that little plant. We're going down that way. Just trap here on the ridge. Scanner comes back. That's something I need to find if it exists. It's something to recharge the scanner quicker. This looks pretty barren. Come on, scanner.
Thermal protection falling.
Platinum. Ah. Might have to dig a hole. Look out.
Thermal protection falling. Thermal protection online. Temperature levels stabilizing.
Hate that you have to go down in here. What is it? Trying to get it off of the. That's something else people don't know is that when you pin them, pinning means it comes up in that bottom right hand corner. That pop-up message telling you how far you are and what quest or task you're supposed to be performing. And this is one item that I never seem to be lucky enough to find at space stations or for sale anywhere anyway. The Thamium. You need it for making warp fuel. So I try to gather some whenever I'm out. Aggro monster beast there somewhere. I think that's good enough for this location. We've got the marker down. We're going to go get in the ship, go slap the crash site, get it to remove, and then come back here and hit this again.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Yeah, see, it hasn't reset yet. I think it will once we go check out the crash site.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
And if you didn't know, the crash freighter has a parking space too, right there. Alright, first things first, let's see what this thing needs to unlock the cargo. I ran into this before. It needs lubricant and iridium, and don't believe I have the stuff to make lubricant. Coprite, and I still am not sure where to find the coprite. And gamma root. Gamma root's one of the exotic rare items. It means I can't open any of these, so it's kind of pointless. We need to dig up the others. So the only thing we can do here, go ahead and open up this box, the black box from the crash. Strict signal broadcast. I had heard the rumors, so-called traveler anomalies, being of varied appearance and purpose. Their ship approached, our weapons primed. The one before us begged for peace. They appeared to be biomechanical, at least in part. We struck them from the sky. Probes recovered the body, well, fragments of DNA and code. The two are almost interchangeable, my researchers tell me. I must confess to a great deal of excitement, but this is our duty. We must understand what is happening to our worlds. Visuals confirm it. The same individual we shot down 2 weeks ago is standing right before us again. These beings are somehow restored upon death, just as the Emperor suggested. Well then, an opportunity to retrieve more samples. I order their death once more. believe it just kind of bugged. Didn't give me anything, and it said mission, like a mission start statement, but there's going to be no mission over here. Well, there is freighter salvage. Oh, okay, so to finish this out, you'd have to gather all the cargo. Anyway, we're not doing that. So, let's see if we can now go back to Beacon. Let's put these guys. Skipped off a tree, it's alright. Nope. It would not become active, I guess, until I've finished that one, which means doing the cargo, and I'm not doing the cargo, so I'll try one more thing, and that's leaving planet, coming back. These guys get in the middle of my path. Stop it. No. Alright, so kind of boned here. We go to another planet and look.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Or kind of look around. You might get lucky. If you ever noticed, a lot of times the ship crash site is not very far from the transmission tower. While I doubt it's going to show up from a scan, you might get lucky. There's not going to be a landing spot for that. Plus, it's burned out. Oh wait, no, that's a rock. Okay, I think I see smoke. This one has a landing pad. Parking space. That looks like a locked door. Yeah. So it's manufacturing or operations center. We're gonna have to anger the sentinels. Like taking a careful look around. Oh, right in front of my face. So nice to be on a planet where the Sentinels just don't give a damn. I still don't have any iridium. I haven't seen any, or I would peg it. Pick up a little. Hey, look at this. See what right here. Come here. I'm not going all the way up there for that. We might go get that thamium. Go check out inside. Oh.
Levels stabilizing.
Little protection from the elements. And I see something now that I don't think I've seen before, and I've never really looked. On top of that tower in front of me, I see one of those red boxes that has plutonium in it. I did not know they stashed boxes on top of those towers. Do they stash anything else on top of those towers? Is that a ladder? Damn it. Sort of is. Let's make them angry. Viking security, pressure, enemy detection, heavy. Floor feels unsteady and something clicks beneath my feet. Screen locks. Systems are aware I'm not the life form that usually operates here. And it says heavy. Reduce weight. Use jetpack to hover. Hmm. This is staying on one leg's definitely not going to help. Reduce weight might help, but I don't know how you're going to reduce it by. But it says pressure, so it's reading the pressure. So if I hover, and it says heavy. I did get inside my ship just before this, so I can reload. I get it wrong, but. Alright, so we'll cheat it. Just a little. I'm gonna lose the plutonium from off the top of the tower, but I don't care about that. So this one right here. Alright, so reduce weight. Should have known that when it said heavy, but whatever. Freighter fuel. Glorious, glorious freighter fuel. I'm sure it's useful when you've got a freighter. You want to start something? They're all kinds of confused. All three of them are like looking at the air conditioner. Well, I know I heard something. Yeah, what the hell? Start some trouble. I think the other one got lost inside the body of the building. Happens sometimes. Yeah, you can see it right there. Got an angry crab beast over here. So, anomaly detected, huh? Where did they detect this anomaly? I don't see anything else worthwhile.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
Alright, well, I had enough digging for a ship here. I'm going to go make some money. So we need to go to trading port, trade post, trading whatever. I think that was just still a shelter. They make it so hard to find stuff that you've already been to. Doesn't make any sense. And that could just be all kinds of crazy when we get up here. High radio source planet? It was a high radio source planet. Guessing that's radiation. Where is my trading post? Oh, come on. I got time for this nonsense. Where is my damn trading post? Most lines converging at one point. Done it again. Past the lines. me alone. Upset here quick. Where is the faint marker for my trading post? Iridium. And yes, I'm going to end up bumping into this. It doesn't hurt that much. Right. Yeah, I see a tower. Nice little base. There's going to be a sales unit in here. Crappy pistol. That crappy pistol. This class A, but good mining and scanner. No good damage. And if you look at mine, yeah, keep mine. It's the only time I ran into an alien multi-tool as well. Well, this just looks like it's showing the same prices as the trading post. I'll take this. Yeah. It's 2 items. Let's clear up inventory first.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
sold off.
Units received. Units received. Units received. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Platinum, iridium. This extra iron. Platinum,
Received. Units
iridium,
received.
and we're good. Up. Chip. Just at 4 million in there.
Product received.
And $4 million, $5 million, 175.2,
Product received.
and we're gonna have 5.3.
Product received.
5,300,000 invested.
Temperature levels stabilizing.
It's for not showing me color. Pretty sure that's blue. So red is next. Advanced. Advanced is good. And it's close by, so I'm hoping it doesn't use a whole lot of fuel. I don't know if it uses a set amount per jump or if it uses a certain amount per distance. And I don't really want to back all the way out just to find out where it's currently at. So I'm just going to make this jump. Single planet, huh? And ah, see, there's my favorite kind of freighter right there. Battleship freighter. Looks so cool. And it looks like we're going to get into a fight here. Using that damn ship as cover. They've done this to me before where when I shoot at them, I end up hitting the freighter and then the freighter turns on me. Look at them. They're hiding. Alright. I don't know if he'll still be inviting me in after I go take care of selling this stuff off. But I don't have any inventory space right now for the warp juice he would give me. Transmission tower, come on. A trading post. We're on one planet here. Ask somebody in the space station. And again, you can check out how much they would pay me for the goods here at the station if I was to sell. Well, this is 30 over. 24 over. But I think the station trading post is going to give me more. Yeah, alright. Put your stinky helmet on. Oh, come on. Just tell me where the trading post is. And why your face is green. Really? Nothing? Maybe that's why the, whatever. Oh no. There are spots. Tell me where the trading post is. Rainport trading post. No, not the manufacturing facility. You guys just suck ass. I don't want to barter, I don't have any inventory space. You're useless. You're just giving me all kinds of the wrong info. There we go, trading post. Go out there, let's kind of blueprints we got over here. Oh, you know, I left that other system. I was supposed to at least mark it so I could go get the grenade launcher, but oh well. It's almost nothing but fighters. Oh no, there's a hauler. Alright, let's go trading post. I think the prices in the space station were 30 and 23, something like that. Or above % above galactic average. That's a crazy beast down there. Giant crazy beast. Alright. Sellers off. What do we got? Yeah, see, 44 and 34 instead of 30 and 23. Much better. So, chip has quantum and autonomous. So sell the quantum first. 6.7. We had 5.2 invested, something like that. So I'm gonna get 3 to 4 million over our investment. So yeah, if you want to settle for a little bit less and make jumps a little bit faster, then I guess you could take what the space station gives you in a selling, but I wouldn't buy from the space station. So then you've got to find trading post anyway, so trading post is the way to go for making money. Sell. So we got like 6 over. Now we got another 3. Probably 6 3s, 9.5. Like 9.5 on a 5.2 investment. Yeah, so it's still getting 4 million profit. If I had a full hauler bay of storage, could be making even more. Unfortunately, I have yet to find. Well, I take that back. I found a crashed hauler that had the full 46 or 48 slot, whatever. Oh, so mad. I had to leave it to go get supplies to repair it, and then lost it. And yeah, just so angry, so disappointed. Wow, nice color. Just black. $27 slot. Jack for technology. The color scheme. I like that. Enemy Slayer. You'd think that this having the best price would be what you'd want to buy, but as you see, it's only 394 credits each, and they're still going to take up the same amount of space, so you're not going to get a whole lot of money exchanged there. In the end, sure, you'll make a lot more profit off of what you do sell, but the profit's going to be way less than what you get overall from buying the 24K items, selling them, or the 43K.
Product received.
Won't be able to pass these to ship to sell because the ship's going to be full. So I might as well. 1 mil. Half a mil. These. Yeah, this is better because these, if I sell them off the player and then try to sell the ones on the ship are going to be lose money. Yeah.
Product received.
Alright, we'll do this one more time. Deliver this to another system. And then I am going to call it. I'm at a red system. I need to go to orange. This factory. Advanced. Still not good. Let's sell 43%. What else I can find here? Alright, give me 1 second to look at something. Looking at trying to find a definition of that buy and sell percentages. All right, so sell and buy percentages correspond to a system's buying and selling prices compared to the galactic average. The most important thing to know is that they only apply to trade goods and not to standard or crafted items. The sell percentage refers to the price that you sell your items for, the price the system buys for. And the buy percentage refers to the price you can buy items for. Sell percentage refers to the price that you sell your items for. Price the system buys for. So here where it says 76, that means that's they're going to buy for higher. But again, this corresponds to the system's buying and selling prices compared to the galactic average. The most important thing to know is that they only apply to trade goods and not to standard or crafted items. And everything I'm buying, I don't know what the difference between standard and trade goods, but everything I'm buying and selling is crafted items, so doesn't seem to make any difference there. I guess trade goods would be like if you're buying or if you're harvesting, mining out ore and then taking it somewhere to sell it. Alright, so what did I have here? Advanced. I lost track of it. There it is. It's got two. Please let me find a trading post right off the bat. a manufacturing facility. And that was it. 2 planets. Right. So let's check the station. Ask the idiots in there for directions. Trading post. Shit. You gotta be. Harder. Where a trading post is. Not a transmission tower. I don't want to barter. Yeah, it looks like mask. You guys are terrible. Does it always give you the same ones in the same order? Reading an ancient text, a bloodied scroll with Viking script. Upon it I see an image of 2 warriors standing before a great monolith, a dagger held behind one of their backs. There are 16 such images upon the scroll. Point to the dagger, point to the monolith, say 16, say 16. Judged by my answer, they give me what little technology you possess. Yeah. Something I won't use, thanks. Now how about you tell me where that trading post is? He looks sleepy. Nothing? Warrior turns his communicator towards me, barking instructions in an alien tongue. There you go. Come on. Trading post. Trading post. Trading post. No, do not want to barter. I see you're the guy that wants to shovel all your stolen wares onto me. Cheap. Like turn around and resell them. I do not want to barter. Are we all? Yeah, here we go. No dice. What kind of blueprints you got? Use ship shields. No. No. Yes. I'd give him a hug if I could. Is that a UPS van? Exactly that. Does look very mail delivered. $31 slots. Jacked. Looks nice. I like the big fat ships. If you're gonna be hauling, you might as well be hauling. This one got some kind of little black hole storage unit. And away we go. Oh man, I'm sorry. I cannot stop yawning. And all I know. Yeah, okay. I just had to get the stream screen back up. But you see, it went from being seconds to minutes, and then now we're going back down again. Just cutting down at an angle through the atmosphere. Success! Not success, but success. That's kind of funny if you think about it. If you're flying under a planet, you can't really fly under a planet because you're still flying over it no matter what. I guess because it's so large. But even so, if you came in from space and flew in under the planet, you would still end up, the gravity would pull you up towards it. And I guess in space there's no up or down, so it's only when you come in contact with a planet that up and down makes sense. Yeah, look at that. 9,000,007. Can't remember how much I paid for that. I think it was 6 something.
Units received.
And that's another almost 1,000,000 there.
Units received.
There you have it. Here's how to make you millions doing the trade route. Of course, you can still do the other, which a lot of people do, is growing and processing plants and selling them off. But I don't know. I just enjoy the trade route thing because at any time during, like right now, I've emptied my load. That's right, I said it. I've emptied my load. And I can now go off and hunt for crashed ships if I wanted, or gather some resources, whatever I wanted to do. The whole farming thing, you kind of nailed down at your base. Picking plants, processing them, and selling them. So whichever is more comfortable. I like this way entails more exploration, more doing. Kind of disappointed I haven't seen another S-Class. It's not S-Class.
Toxic protection fully.
I think with that, I'm going to wrap up this broadcast. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've learned how to make some money and have some fun along the way. And if you enjoyed watching this, be sure to follow. If you're watching on Twitch, follow and you'll know when I'm playing next, broadcasting. If you're watching this on YouTube and you like it, be sure and like. You know somebody else that likes watching gameplay or plays No Man's Sky, be sure and share. And if you'd like to see more, subscribe to be notified when I add more videos, and I'm adding videos all the time. So until next time, have a great day.